What's the point of cricket?
This is club cricket once again leading the way. Welcome back to Wasted Saturdays, a celebration of cricket in its broken dreams, failed relationships, whatever else we say, sun damage, a celebration of those things. Here goes. And I just wanted to start with a message, if that's possible, for all of the active cricketers out there. We trust your Saturdays have indeed been wasteful. But for those who've escaped the penitentiary, here goes. Why are you watching this?
Yeah.
You know?
You're out.
Yeah. Do you want to go back?
You got out.
Is that why you're watching this? Are you thinking, I've got out of the game? You know, are you thinking, my time away from the game where I've invested in healthy relationships, in improving my physical appearance, where I've developed my intellectual curiosity around matters of art and politics and finance and, DIY renovations, etc. That's actually built in me the requisite wisdom to return to the game and conquer and eliminate my technical and psychological flaws. And that's why I'm watching Wasted Saturdays. Is that why you're here? Is that you? Well, if it is, know that millions have come before you thinking the exact same thing.
You stand on the shoulders of giants.
You stand on the shoulders of giants, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, from personal experience, not one person has ever returned a better player.
Now, a better question, Pez, would be, why are we doing this? Start a career about the whole failure, like a normal person.
People are writing theses for psychology doctorates already. However, go on, man, Charlie. If you are minded to build psychological steel, get around Shane Watson's online course, The Winner's Mindset. It's about building the mental skills to perform consistently under pressure. It's a contemporary, easy to access, relevant way for you to improve your cricketing performance and beyond. Thanks to Watto, if you go to shanewatson.au, you're going to get 10% off said online course, The Winner's Mindset, using the code TGC10, TGC10, 10% off The Winner's Mindset. Thanks for your clips this week. Let me clarify to everyone out there. Here goes. No, the Ian Healy Silver Bin Masterclass is not Wasted Saturdays material. He played 119 test matches.
No.
That disqualifies him from Wasted Saturdays.
Yeah.
I see how people might look at it and go this is what's going on. Is he wasting Saturdays in front of a silver bin? No. But no, he also played 119 tests. So let's kick it off. Finally, we're there. I'm just calling this Run Out Calamity. It's a classic of the genre.
I love it.
Here goes. Have a look at it. Sent in by JF. Butterfly stroke to get the locomotive in motion there. Gives it a bit of air, but that'll be chopped to point, backward point. Non-striker says, that's a run. Yeah. We're off.
We're going.
Striker, no. Classic of the genre. So it's a run out now. Hang on. Or is it?
Now, which test match was that from?
One thing I know is that's England. Because and you know how I know it's England beyond the verdant green and and the architecture. It's the sort of resigned acceptance of the players. There isn't any white hot heat and anger and rage from somebody there.
People laughing on a Saturday.
It's slumped shoulders and isn't that a whimsical little addition to my life?
Because in Australia, the only way there's laughing is if the batter has just been dismissed, and you might know the batter in a previous relationship or in your real life.
A tryst you've had with them.
You might have had a physical tryst with that batter that he's got out and you're laughing at him. In the same way that you laughed him out of bed that time.
That's right, the way you used to laugh when you were together and in love.
But in that moment, people are just laughing. He's like, "Oh, it's sunny outside. Oh, it's warm outside. I can wear short sleeves." That's right. Sure, there's a housing condition outside. The Benny Hill music kind of thing.
Well, it's another wasted Saturday for me.
It's all
before
very
I'm in the grey.
It's weak, is what it is. It's weak and it's soft, and they'll never make it.
It doesn't actually belong on this show. No. It's the Australian summer. So whoever included that,
English people like to let it get involved and stuff.
It couldn't be. Look, it's been a long time. In fact, it's been too long on this program, Wasted Saturdays, since we've included something along the lines of throwdown politics. Okay. Here goes. So have a look at this, and I'm sorry for the Zapruder film here for the second one, but he doesn't like it. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He says, I don't like it. So the bowler says, all right, I'm going to amputate you at the shins.
Oh, my God.
See you later. So he goes, no, again, a bit lower. No, I don't like it. All right. No, I'm just going to kill you in the shins.
What the hell? What's he doing?
Now, actually, if the batter stays still there, he's actually getting them where he probably needs them.
Yeah, and he can sort of access the ball to the leg side a bit. Now, usually when you what? Yeah. Okay, we just mentioned before about a physical tryst. Now these guys are in some sort of relationship. And it's dysfunctional for a start,
of course.
Now.
Based on violence, and that's fine if that's your thing.
if that is
so
your
as long
thing.
as consensual.
Yeah. So usually in this sort of politico relationship, it's usually the person like giving throwdowns, so like actually giving the throwdowns, and the batter like tees off.
Yes.
And then it's like I'm completely checked out of giving you throwdowns because I've usually got maybe 4 or 5 balls.
Yep.
And you got the rest of the team fielding. They've got a net there. But like I'm not going to go and like fetch balls that you've just bombed because I'm giving you like gentle full tosses. Sometimes a half volley.
Can we pull this back up, Charlie, and get a still on it? Because is it able to be paused or not? Or we can let it run through. Okay, first things first here, right? There's a net behind them. Now, we never had that. Like the best you could do when we were playing was like you could hit into the fence, and if you hit into
the fence,
a steel fence, but if it was a wooden picket, they'd ask you to hit out from the wooden picket, right? Yeah. Now this is some kind of like the club's got money. I mean, look at the field and stuff. The skills of the players don't seem commensurate to the quality of the resources there. I would say that the batter's too close to the bowler there. I know it might seem he's far away.
No, too close.
Can tell by the way the deliverer releases the ball that they're afraid of getting absolutely walloped by the ball.
It's an awkward throw distance.
That's right.
You know that like you see,
and that's the batter's fault.
You see this in games where like if a fielder is going to run someone out and they've got to throw a ball that length. Yeah. It's like you can't fully wind up, you can't fully propel the ball.
That's right.
You end up sort of shot putting it out, and it's never the right trajectory or velocity.
Exactly. So that's in defence of the deliverer, right?
Yes.
Now, notwithstanding the clear natural lack of coordination from the deliverer themselves, there's nothing they can do about that.
No.
But it's the batter's responsibility to give themselves the distance they need to smoke the ball back at that bowler, right? At that distance, as you say, you can't actually hit that area, which is why the bowler is bowling it in such a withdrawn way. Yeah. Right, and then once the batter goes like, mate, give it where I need it, that's when the bowler tries to amputate him at the shin.
Now, there's also someone sitting down in sort of like an outdoor deck chair at cover point there
with their back
to them. Obviously, they know this guy batting cannot propel the ball that far with his blade.
That should be one of the greatest insults to that batter. That someone has decided they're so bad at batting that it's beyond that batter to absolutely smoke a cover drive at head height. Yeah. They're going to sit with their back to them.
Yeah. Dave, are you having some throws? Are you, Dave? I'm going to sit here then. I'll be fine. Do you want a helmet? Wouldn't have thought so.
He's just sitting there reading Dostoevsky, waiting for the game to start. There's a lot going on with throwdowns.
Now, what's happened in the thrower's life where he's like, "Fuck this, I am out. I'm out. Like I've had enough." Okay, I've given you 2 bad throws. They're in a relationship.
Yeah. And I am sick to death of you telling me what to do. Take this.
I will not put the toilet seat down in the morning.
Batter's got a raging erection once it starts being thrown at him. Oh, more.
Spank me, daddy. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. This before we roll this one, I'm calling this left mitt glory. Now this one, here goes, and I went deep here to find the details of this. Sometimes when people send stuff in, they don't give any context. That's completely fine.
Sure.
But this is Heatherdale Cricket Club versus Vermont Cricket Club in Melbourne's East. I believe it's from this year in a T20 competition.
Okay.
Vermont, before we roll, Vermont are none for 41 from 3 overs.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Absolutely flying.
Okay, yep.
Jones, the bowler, has gone this over so far for 6, 6 and a dot.
Jonesy.
Trent Fitzgerald with the blade is on fire. He's on 34 off 18. Oh, Fitzy there. Yeah. Loyal servant to Vermont, I believe. Yeah. Now, I went... Yeah, let's roll the clip now. Okay. Here's what happens next. None for 41. Goes high.
Oh, Rishi!
What a snare. That is a sensational catch. He's gone about 20 metres there. It's gone over his shoulder.
What a grab.
Left mid.
Oh, what a grab that is.
Look at that. Now, I want to give some further context to this absolutely sensational catch. I went deep on Play Cricket, and I apologise, and I appreciate this is going to have the sirens surrounding this office here shortly, but I went deep on Play Cricket to find the name of this young man who took this catch. All right, so this is Vishvar Wikaroon, or Vishy, as you can hear. Now, I also learned, cross-checking this with Facebook, that... Vishy is new to the club at Heatherdale, and this is one of the first games of the season.
Build a statue.
Mate, and It said in his introduction that he'd worked with Chaminda Vast before, which suggests that he is favouring the left mitt.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I apologise. Sirens, I get it. But what a way to endear yourself to the boys.
Oh, what about...
Vishy, and that'll be the catch that they just talk about forever.
What about the confidence of the onlooking staff or the supporters there, thinking like he's anyway going to get near that? And also, to be fair, he was nowhere near it. Like there's no danger of him getting set underneath it. That is one of the greatest catches I've seen in club cricket, genuinely.
That's right. Especially when Fitzy's on fire there. You got to make sure you take your catches when Fitzy's on.
When Fitzy gives
34
you a chance,
off 18 rocks.
When he gives you life.
I don't know who sent that in anyway. Thank you. Look, quick one here. This is from Callum. Bit of context. Kingsley Woodvale versus Joondalup. So we've got to have something from WA every week.
Or must have.
And I've definitely said the name right there. They're struggling to take a wicket. I'm just reading the context from Callum. Big fella comes on for his first bowl of the season. Let's play the clip. And now, and let's build this up as well. The big fella's come on. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
Sadiq, I guess.
Yeah. Setting his field.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it's done for 30, so it's fairly over. But look at the way he kind of orchestrates this.
Yes.
He knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly the field that he wants. Just a little deeper. He hasn't actually dropped mid-on back. Mid-on's decided I better get back. Just on the ring.
Oh, Sadiq's behind, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, Sadiq comes in here and... straight away gets it done. Now watch the celebration. Bang over the top. Bumps the batter.
Runs into the batter.
Everyone's like, okay, that's fine.
Okay, mate, settle down.
That's a young kid. He's just
settle down.
We'll have another look again. Could you? I don't know if you're able to fast forward here, Charlie.
So he's basically bowled a half tracker. And it's got a 15-year-old trapped in front on the way. The ball was going on the way down, I'm guessing.
That's right.
And then throws his shirt over his head.
Yeah. He's Yuri Djorkaeff for Inter Milan in the early 90s.
Except he's a bank manager. He's an overweight bank manager.
Right. Have a look at this. Yeah, this backstroke into the kid, bumps him. Welcome to 7th grade.
At least they've got umpires.
First bowl of the season. Sweet. Yeah, that's true. At least they've got umpires.
Yeah.
All right. This one's sent in by Matthew J. He goes, it is the clip of the week.
Oh, nice one.
It's the clip of the week. Thanks to Cricket Club Hub 2 for this clip as well, which I ripped it from. This is our clip of the week brought to you by Better Beer. Matthew J. for sending this in is going to get 2 slabs of Better Beer and a $100 Better Beer merch voucher.
Doesn't miss.
Better Beer, absolute day for it.
Yeah.
At all costs and times.
And the merch is good.
Because merch is very good. Send your clips in, go on the running for that gear. Let's have a look. It's just called If You're Going to Stare, and I'm going to let the clip speak for itself.
Okay.
Walking towards it as well. Seam up. What's doing? Old mate's pumped. What do you reckon happens next ball? Oh, let's look again.
Oh, more.
And don't the boys love
it? That must have felt amazing.
Let's just a little bit of quiet. Let's just hear the boys after he absolutely smokes him.
Okay.
He goes. The second stare. So he must take pace off here.
Yeah.
They're up out of their chairs.
There was almost a pitch invasion there.
Yeah, have you ever seen... Now, the thing that gets me about this from a club cricket perspective, right? Have you... Often there's, a little bit of back and forth between bowlers and batters, right? That can happen. But in my experience of club cricket, don't know about yours, most of the time when you're sitting in the periphery, not involved in the game due to your lack of skill, you're at best semi-invested in what's going on and semi-aware, right?
You're only invested if someone is playing in the game that you want to fail.
Exactly.
From your club,
That's exactly right.
Your club
team. There's some back and forth between the bowlers and every single player on the batter's team in the pavilion.
Yeah.
Well, a makeshift pavilion, that is the grass, is up and about. Every single player is out of their chair.
What makes it worse is that those guys were actually from the bowling side.
That was his family.
And they hate him. They hate him. Just get him out of the club. This bloke's, he's a cancer at the club. They've got to get him out. They've got to get him out.
And and that would be more in line with our club cricket experience. It's just men are more expressive these days. That is literally his own teammates saying, please, can we get rid of this guy from the club? And you know what? Fair play to everybody there because they're just expressing what everyone's thinking.
It's just a Saturday.
Yeah,
it's just a Saturday. Things must change.
The only thing better than doing well is someone else failing.
What about the strut from the batter there after he's just pongoed a likely 35 metre six to the short boundary there.
That's right. That was actually caught.
Into the housing commission next door. And he's just walked down like Conor McGregor, just arms and limbs going everywhere.
Yeah.
Arms and limbs.
I got to say, it's a bit much for me, all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Just settle down, boys.
To every single person involved at that level, like, looks like a lot of fun, but settle down.
Charlie, can you play the clip? I'll keep your eye on the wicketkeeper and just what the wicketkeeper's about.
He's the best person.
Yeah, he's the best person. It's a beard. It's a beard. I'm going to say wicketkeeper in a second.
What's it doing?
Yeah, just
a little Terry Towling.
Pause it. It's a long beard and a bucket hat and short sleeves has got to go in the bin. But the other aesthetic is
he's lived a life.
He's lived a life.
He's done a few Ks in his time.
Can you see me, Charlie? Is that possible?
He's done a few Ks in his time around the world. This bloke, he
was in witness protection.
Yeah, he knows what's coming next. He's like, oh, hey, this would be interesting.
Pretty sure that's Happy Gilmore's caddy.
Well, it takes all types to make club cricket work. And speaking of which, like I'm a little left of centre to finish off the show.
Okay, I like that.
I haven't. This
has been a good show.
I haven't briefed you on this, but I'm
coming in blind.
We were set. You're coming in blind, and I actually received the following pros from an email to us. So there's different ways that people send stuff in, but this has come into hello@gradecricketer.com. It's a poem from Amol. And it caught my attention because the title of it is Afternoon Thoughts of Wasted Cricketer.
Oh.
Which I thought might just be a kind of a brooding, jazzy way to end this show.
Okay.
Hit it, Charlie. Some say cricket is great when it's a wasted youth and broken dreams, but most of the time it's just something to hang on to when you're unemployed, sad, and mostly angry. Just keep it on me, Charlie. It's just a yoga routine to calm you down. It's daily chores to bring semblance of normalcy. It's a distraction when you're waiting and there is no one to respond. It's a reason to go on when you think there is nobody to sing along. It's an excuse for a delay and a reason to celebrate when there is no explanation for both. It's a remedy for boredom and a companion of loneliness when there is not enough room for both. Loss is not a loss because it's a motivation to hang for a day. Win is not a win. It's a reminder that it was still possible the previous day. Losing is an opportunity to learn how things could never change for you. Winning is a grace, because you often forget to thank people who stood for you. It's a driver for a false passion, knowing you're always empty inside. It's a lollipop in hands where mediocrity resides. It's generous because you shake hands after an ugly battle. It's a relief because you've survived a bone rattle. It's flesh and bone. It's head and heart. It's luck with no coin. It arrives with shame. It spins when you're nicely forward behind. It leaves you when you're just about to shine. It's a curse, it's a habit, it's an adhesive, it's a glass. It's a fracture in a limb. It's a cold tea in a plastic flask. It's a cow shit on a green grass. It's a fickle joy in a sweaty leather coat. It's a stinky sock of the morning. It's a forgotten underwear in the bathroom. It's a poem in a dustbin and a mood. It's a diary of regret, read on an empty page. And although it's on a night and a quarter of a day, it's mostly empty and hollow when played on a sunny day. Thanks for joining us.
Now, that was actually playing in a Thai massage I was getting before this morning, and you were speaking, which is weird. It was very hard to relax.
Get out of here.